I'm Jackson Franklin. I'm running for the midterm 2026 election for the 5th District. It's a pleasure to be at such a historic location at the Indianapolis State House, and I'm honored to be here marching with you all today. I'm so proud of the turnout and how many people are standing up and speaking out for each other. Let me ask you all a couple questions. Who else here is sick of how things are going in our state and country?
Yeah!
Who else here is sick of the rampant corruption taking place in D.C. in our state house?
Yeah!
Well, if you're sick of the corruption and you're sick of the oligarchy, well, you're in the right place and you are not alone. I'm a grassroots progressive candidate who wants to fight corruption and money in politics. And we're doing that by exclusively having grassroots funding for our campaign. No corporate money, no lobby money, and no super PACs. This is the continuation of the political revolution ignited by Bernie Sanders and others. We demand that the people, that the billionaire oligarchs, be represented by Congress.
Yeah!
To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a paramedic, and I'm also a staff sergeant in the Indiana Army National Guard, where I serve as a combat medic. I've been serving our state and country for 6 years and counting. During the last protest, someone said something that really resonated with me. They mentioned that we service members in the military took an oath to defend the Constitution from threats both foreign and domestic.
Yeah!
And then actually, our politicians take that same oath, but they aren't upholding their promise to the people or to their office. Instead of defending the people, they're selling us out. Instead of protecting our democracy, they auctioned it off to the highest bidder.
Yeah!
Now I think we can all agree that our democracy should be made up of elections, not auctions. We're here today because we refuse to let them get away with it.
Right.
I want to tell you all a very personal story to me. A few years ago, back when I was still just an EMT working on a transfer ambulance out of Muncie, I personally transferred veterans who didn't have any health insurance from the hospital back to their homes to die due to a lack of health insurance. Why? Because they did not want their families to go into debt on their behalf, a debt they knew they couldn't pay. These were people who served this country, who wore the uniform with pride, and who sacrificed more than most of us could ever imagine. These veterans knew the system had failed them. They knew the medical bill would come, and that it would bankrupt the people they loved the most. But what is most unfortunate, this story isn't just happening to a few vets. This same story occurs time and time again all across this country, to this nation, to working people just trying to do what they think is best for their families. $68,000 Americans die every year due to lack of health insurance, and that number is only going up under Trump. 68,000. Every year we are having an entire war on Americans' health care, all to pad the pockets of the big health insurance companies.
Yeah.
That is the America we are living in. In the richest country in the history of the planet, we can't provide basic health care to our people and join the rest of the developed world and guarantee health care to all as a human right, not as a privilege. Healthcare should not be some luxury for the wealthiest people in this country to enjoy. It is a human right, and we as a nation have got to get together and build a system that works for all of us, not the insurance companies, not big pharma, but for the people in this country.
Yeah! We have the power!
We do.
We have the power.
The same Republican politicians who love to wrap themselves in the flag and give speeches about supporting the troops, they're the ones slashing the very programs our vets rely on. The Trump administration, along with the support from Republicans in the House, are firing thousands of vital workers at the VA that take care of our vets. Oh, and by the way, Mr. President, Ukraine did not start this war. Your dictator friend Putin did. The Republicans in the House, notably Representative Victoria Sparks of the 5th District, recently just voted to cut $880 billion in Medicaid. $230 billion in food stamps. $330 billion in student loans. And $10 billion in school lunches. They cut all these programs in order to give tax cuts to the billionaire class. The same group that funded their campaign. This is corruption. This is an outrage. They do this in a time where nearly 1 million Hoosiers in Indiana are food insecure. The Republicans do this, nearly 1 million Hoosiers are in poverty, and millions more are living paycheck to paycheck. They do this while thousands of people in the state are suffering from homelessness. During a time when 178,000 people in the 5th District alone rely on Medicaid, Victoria Sparks decides to cut funding for us working class Americans and hand it all away to the rich. Well, I got news for you, Victoria Sparks. The people here do not want cuts to Medicaid and Medicare. We want to expand Medicaid and Medicare. Republicans can't come out and say they want to do all this before an election time because they know they would never win. So you know what they try to do? They try to divide us. Conservatives employ divide and conquer tactics to stoke fear and scapegoat minorities, portraying immigrants, transgender people, black people, and other minority groups as dangerous threats. Republicans prey on the fear of the unknown, using cultural issues to distract working class Americans from the issues that would actually benefit us all, while quietly serving the interests of their billionaire corporate donors. But you know what? There is a dangerous minority in this country, but it isn't the one they're telling you about. It's the top 1%. It is the wealthiest people on the planet, the robber barons, who send our jobs overseas, break down our unions, bribe our politicians, hoard unimaginable wealth, exploit offshore tax loopholes, and lobby to get rid of our health care, our education, all for a tax write-off to make them even richer. Their addiction to greed is destroying this country, and it's time to cut them off. It's time we hold the ultra-rich accountable and make them pay their fair share in taxes. Our government should be representing all of us, not just the oligarch donors. As Bernie Sanders said before, now is the time to create a government which represents all Americans and not just the top 1%. Today we face a choice between a government that serves and is accountable to the majority of people who work hard and make this country better, or a government that neglects the needs of the working class people and is only accountable to a few wealthy elites. When politicians selfishly take corporate bribes for campaign contributions and then turn their backs on the will of the American people and only represent their big money donors, this is nothing short of treason. This happens on both sides of the aisle, and people are damn sick of it. We have a corrupt campaign finance system in this country where Republicans who stand up to Trump will be primaried by an opponent funded by the wealthiest person in the world, Elon Musk.
Lock him up! Lock him up!
And Democrats that speak out against Netanyahu will be primaried by a candidate funded by the millions of dollars from AIPAC.
Boo!
For too long, corporate greed and backroom deals have stolen our voice, and it's time for us to take it back. No to Donald Trump, no to Elon Musk.
Take it back! Take it back! Take it back! Take it back!
We're going to take it back.
Take it back! Take it back! Take it back! Take it back!
No to Elon Musk, no to Donald Trump, no to billionaires in our politics, and no to the oligarchy. So how do we fix these issues? How do we set up a system that takes care of our people and truly represents all of our citizens? The people are very clear about what policies they want to fix this nation. They want to ban lobbying, ban super PACs, and overturn the disastrous Supreme Court decision, Citizens United, we need funding of our elections. The people want to join every other nation in the world and guarantee health care to all. The polls are still in. We demand and need Medicare for all. The people want women to control their own damn bodies. It is time to restore women's bodily autonomy, and we're not going to take no for an answer. The people want to legalize marijuana nationwide. The people want a living wage. The people want to have paid parental leave so parents can take care of their children, as is their right. The people want our children, the people want and our children deserve universal school lunches. Universal pre-K. And universal daycare all across this nation. I want all of you in this crowd to imagine a government that actually represents the people. Imagine a country whose politicians care more about the needs of their fellow Americans than the wants of the oligarchs. A government that works not for billionaires, not for lobbyists, not the giant corporations, but for the people. Imagine a country where politicians wake up every morning thinking about how to make your life better, not how to cash their next campaign check. Imagine a democracy that truly reflects all of us. A government where every vote counts, where every voice is heard, and where the working class, not the ruling class, sets the agenda. Imagine living in a nation where no child goes hungry. Where veterans receive the health care they were promised. Where workers earn living wages. And no one dies because they couldn't afford their medication. This is not some distant dream. This is not some distant dream. We will build this country together. Brothers and sisters, we have to fight for it. We must rise up to reclaim the American ideals we were taught growing up. Freedom, justice, democracy, and equality. And we shall have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people! Politics is not a spectator sport. We must all get involved and fight for the future that we and our children deserve. Change does not come from sitting on the sidelines. It comes from us. And take a look around. We're all doing it right now. Thank you. Keep on marching, keep organizing, keep voting, and refuse to back down. Keep on fighting and showing up to these events. There's a Women's March on the 8th, this Saturday. Be there. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring anyone you know to come out here and make our voices heard. Join our movement. 12.
Here?
Yes.
Yep. 12 p.m. Saturday, same spot, same location. Join our movement. You can go to JacksonFranklinForCongress.com and sign up to volunteer. We need everyone to get involved and help because this campaign runs on people power, not corporate dollars. Talk to your neighbors. Talk to your coworkers. Remind them that we are the 99% and we stand together and there's nothing we cannot accomplish. Together, we will flip the 5th district. And many other districts all across this nation. We will regain the House in 2026. We are going to stop the fascist threat that is Project 2025 dead in its tracks. United, we will not be divided. We will not let our politics be bought. And we will not let our democracy buckle under the weight of Donald Trump. End things off here, let's do a small chant to remind our politicians what their real job is. I want everyone to repeat after me these 3 words. People over profits.
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 People over profits. People over profits. People over profits. People over profits. People over profits. People over profits. People over profits.
Good job, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for letting me speak. I hope everyone has a great day together. We will win, and we will build the future we all deserve. Thank you.